y'all, what's up? What's good? Welcome back to 7 Days of Daily Growth with Nay. I hope you guys are doing great today. It's Sunday, y'all. I feel great, y'all. I feel so good today. It's a new week. It's week 6, day 1. I want y'all to know that this is why I do preparation week, because I never want y'all to feel like y'all are moving too fast when it comes to this. I feel like you should take everything that you learn throughout the week and apply what you need to apply and leave what you need to leave. So move forward with what you've learned and apply to your life and what you understand that can help you, and then let go of the things that no longer serve you every week. And that's why I do the weekly goals, the weekly intentions, because I feel like the weekly goals help you along the way to knowing what you need to learn and what you need to let go of, what stays back and what moves forward with you, what no longer serves you and what now serves you. So my weekly goals this week look like last week. Just two. So work on first project at least twice a week this week. I am going to work on it tonight though. I am. It's time. And just thinking about this project is gonna full circle everything else that I have today, of course. But that's life sometimes. That's life. And so I was not able to work on my project at all last week. But it's a new week and I am going to try my hardest to apply and accomplish this goal. I really want to. And so I'm already going to start off greatly and do it tonight because I have time. So I'm excited. Number 2, continue to get into your groove of new morning routine. Now, it doesn't really look like last week's, but it kind of does, because although I have my morning routine, I haven't really gotten into the groove of it. It's been on and off, up and down, It has not been 100% successful or accomplished, and so that's why I was like, I'm gonna still make this a goal, because again, I want it to flow and be easy. I got some new rings, Beyond Beads on Facebook. My friend Quisha, I got some more beads too, some more bracelets, and I got an anklet. I don't know if y'all can see it. It has my middle name initial, an I on it. It is so pretty. I wanted the L, but it came to me like, your middle name, say I, because I always have everything with my first name and I don't appreciate my middle name enough. I hated it. I'm not gonna lie. I hated it growing up. I wanted to change it. I would tell people that it was something else. I did. I don't care. That's the truth. But I think I told y'all the story where I don't know, maybe not. I was doing my fingerprints to get my gun permit, and I was in there and the receptionist, she was like, that's your middle name? I was like, yeah. She was like, it's really rare to have that middle name. And I was like, no, I didn't know that. And this was like 2 years ago, maybe 2020. Yeah, 2020, I think. And I was like, no, I didn't know. So then I looked it up and I saw what it meant, and honestly, I kind of fell in love with it. So, that's a life lesson, honestly. Sometimes you really don't like things about yourself when you're growing up, whether it's your appearance, your name, your family, your environment. That's like the truth. Some people really hate where they come from and who they are and what they stand for, as in their name, literally. I know a lot of people want to, deal with wanting to change their name and stuff. Because they think it's ugly. It's not as pretty, as other people's. And that's all I used to think, like, it's not as pretty, and I don't like it. I want to change it. But It's actually very beautiful, and the meaning behind it is like I really feel like it describes me as a person, especially the woman that I'm becoming. Truthfully, I'm not even gonna lie. So that was something that I had to work through on my journey too. I feel like it was like 2020, early 2020, and it came to me at the right time, of course, because I had to appreciate every little thing about me, including my birth name, you know? That's who I am. So yes, anyways, random, just kind of came out, all of that. But yes, continue to get into my groove for my morning routine, like really be out here grooving. So I had a great morning this morning. I did. So tomorrow I just plan to have an even better one, and that's just, you know, I really gotta stop talking about it and really just make it happen. Like, sometimes you gotta tell yourself that, you know, y'all know I'm gonna always be honest with y'all, and a lot of times I tell people that was for me, or I'm talking to myself. Like, even sometimes when I get things to say to other people, before I even say it, I'm like, bro, you need to hear that yourself. You know what I'm saying? So truthfully, sometimes I gotta stop playing with myself. Sometimes I gotta get to work, get to moving, because truthfully, it's a battle still every day. For me, this journey, what did I tell y'all? It's every day. I'm still fighting with life every day. Nothing is perfect. It's beautiful. Everything is beautiful, but it isn't perfect. The light and the dark is all beautiful to me. The struggle, the pain, the smiles, the laughter, the joy, the ups and downs, the frustrations. I've made it all beautiful for me. I know how to work through it, process through it. But it's not easy. I learned to give myself grace, but it's not easy, and I'm never perfect. So, yes, that's why some goals still look the same. I still live life. I still have a reality, you know? So, sometimes some goals don't get accomplished. But, hey, that doesn't stop me from still trying to accomplish them until I got them down pat. Until they are truly my reality. That's one thing about me. I will never give up on something that I really want, no matter how long it takes me. So, but you gotta have that balance. So this is good for me to be like that with this. But, you know, chasing after things that don't, you know, you gotta let them type things go. Can't, you know, go after them with all your might, because you're wasting your time. But right here, I'm not wasting my time. Again, as I've already mentioned, me having a good morning routine will help my life, my reality out tremendously. So yes, you know, no more talking. I'm just about to, you know what? I wonder if I can set music to alarm, or I might just get Alexa to start doing an alarm every morning. You know, got to, something to get me up. Shoot. At this point, God himself had to come keep me out of the bed. I'm telling you. But yes. Anyway, and number 3. This week I have a new one though. Only use social media for my channel's purpose this week. That is my goal. That is my goal, to go this week no social media unless I am posting about my channel. So remember, I told y'all that I delete in order to get my videos for my channel. So when I delete for that day, no more social media until I need to post the next day. And even then, I'm not getting up there. It's just for that, and then it gets deleted again. So, you guys, I'm excited because I need it. I really do. I need a break. I always feel like I don't do too much up there, especially now. I really don't. But then, you know, I do. I'm at that point finally where I'm like, okay, it is hindering me a little bit right now in this season. And when you get to that point, because sometimes you realize stuff, but then you're like, well, you know, I can still, you know, it's still that temptation about it. I can still. But eventually, if it's something that truly is in the way, you'll start to really see it, and you'll start to really be like, all right, yeah. Yeah, so that's me right now. I'm like, all right, yeah, you know, I'm seeing it clearly now, and I'm never going to get certain things accomplished. And truly, my goals, the first two, really, if I don't cut back. So this week I need to cut back. And being off of social media and away from the world is also another form of solitude. Solitude doesn't only mean being away from actual physical people, but also what's online, So I'm excited and I'm learning some new things. I looked up King. I wish I could say his name. No, he's an emperor. He was an emperor of Ethiopia. I don't want to say his name wrong. King Halassi. King S. Halassi or something like that. King Halassi S. One of them. Anyways, I looked him up today. And then when I looked him up, I was like, he's white. But then I realized that he is not white. I can't remember what he actually is. But he was an African, I believe. But his name before he was King Halassi, I don't know. I'm gonna have to look up how to pronounce his name. His real name was Vari or something. I don't know. That's why I'm about to write everything down that I learned. Because I feel like if I don't write down, I'm not gonna remember. That's how I feel. I'm just have to really do some hand exercises because I'm in a learning stage right now. It's like I want to know a lot right now. I don't know. I just got this urge to learn more, so it's time to learn some more. And so, anyways, the Rastafarian. I hope I'm saying that right. The Rastafarian movement came from him and what he was doing, and he was trying to he was all in politics, trying to get the Ethiopian government or I don't know stuff. He was trying to get stuff right in Ethiopia, basically I wish I could remember. Maybe next time we could talk about this. But I learned a lot about, because I went from his page to learning about Rastafarians. And just in that short time, I learned so much about Rastafarians. I hope I'm saying that right. So that originated in Jamaica. And I learned a lot about that. Just from, going from him to that. And how they got the name Rastafarian from him. But I think his name was Rastafari or Rastafaria. It was two separate things. Rastafarian. And then, that's where they put it together. Or something like that. Don't quote me. I just read it today and I realized that I need to write stuff down because I was laying in bed and I was like, I'm gonna have to write this down because I'm very interested in everything that I've just read and I'm not gonna remember it. How can I talk about it if I'm not gonna remember it? And I'm I just gotta write it down. That's just what I'm gonna have to do. I had to learn how to summarize though, because I'm one of the people that write literally everything instead of going through. I just feel like I don't need to miss any type of information. But anyways, yes, so I just learned a lot, especially their connection with Christianity, the Bible and God. So I want to get deeper into that. I definitely do. So of course, I have a weekly intention. My weekly intention is I, Lanasia, intend to focus solely on my creativity and strengthening it by spending more time alone and off of social media. So instead of just saying, I intend to be alone, solitude, it's time. And I should have put focusing on creativity and knowledge. Like I said, I'm in a learning mode and I plan to have my head in the books and on Google. And so I thought it was very important to add creativity. And then, like I said, I should have added some more knowledge, creativity and knowledge, because that's what I want to do this week. That's what I intend to do. And literally, I know that sometimes I can spend a huge amount of time on social media. Like I said, both are a form of solitude. Being alone and off of your phone, away from the world. That's very important. And then I was thinking, I was like, yeah, I know I'm one of those. But truthfully, I realized that I grew up when I was at the age where Facebook was just out. Twitter was new. in high school. Was Instagram out when I was in high school, like 2015? I don't know. I think so. I had a MySpace, so I was in that generation where technology was really becoming huge, and social media sites also. And so, especially when I moved to Greenville, it kind of became my solace and my escape, especially Twitter. And I'm not even going to lie about that. It really did. Because I didn't talk to anybody. I didn't talk to people. It was a new city. The school was huge. I can't think of what that word is, but you know how you go from something so small to something so big? It did something to me. It almost like kind of scared me, really. Like it was too much for me at the time. Like I had been taken away from where I was very comfortable to where I was now uncomfortable, especially at a time where I was about to graduate. I was in 11th grade. Literally, I completed my last year of 11th grade up here in Greenville, and then I completed my whole 12th grade year up here. And so literally I was alone. All I had was my sister, and that's really the time we became a little bit more closer. I could feel like we weren't really that close until we were up here by ourselves, and that we were all we had at that point. So and that's probably how I started to think anyway, but I still kind of wasn't really close to her either. I would distance myself because I was a teenager at that point, like going through stuff alone, in a relationship. So I didn't really see anybody else because I was already kind of stuck in my ways and already feeling how I felt, and so I wasn't letting anybody into me but the person that I was dating. So I spent a lot of time on social media, and I'm glad to say that I've grown out of that a lot, made a lot of changes as far as the social media world and how I relate to it. But I'm still up there a lot, and like I said, it's because it's definitely something that I'm used to, and I can't sugarcoat that. That's just the truth. I've known it for a while, and so it's something that's really hard to break away from, which is really crazy. That's another thing that we're slaved to, seriously. So I am really grateful to be in a place that I'm not as bad as I used to be, and it's not really like an escape for me anymore. But I'm still up there a lot. Not really escape, but it's really entertainment now. Really funny, like real life, just not that serious. The way people take it and all that, like people don't really know how to use social media for real. And now it's even more crazier, and right now it's funny to me. Social media is hilarious. Truthfully, you gotta know how to. In today's world, you have to know how to balance it. You gotta know what's important about it and what's not, and you gotta know not to take it as serious as some people take it. And you gotta know that it's people behind keyboards using it as an escape. Truthfully. From their reality. From your reality. That's a fact. I've done it. Don't care. That's the truth. You have to be able to look at yourself and know everything about yourself. And so, that's my intention this week. That's my intention. To enjoy my solitude away from everything and be more creative, work on both of my projects, learn some more stuff. Knowledge is key. Gain more wisdom on life. The more that you see, the more that you know that you do not know anything at all. Janae Aiko. The more that you see, the more that I see, the more that I know that I do not know anything at all. Nothing. Just by looking at King S, I think it's Sasami, I don't know, Haley, I don't know. But just by looking at his picture, I was like, this man white. I don't got no problem. If I had no problem, but I was led to him. And I was thinking he was black. And so when I seen his picture, I was thinking he was an African man. And when I seen his picture, I was like, But he is. I, I can't. I don't want to give y'all the wrong information and y'all like, you go look him up. King SH Emperor. I'm sorry, I keep saying king, but it's the same thing, right? Emperor of Ethiopia. I didn't know any of that. The Rastafarians didn't know any of that, but now I want to know more. Now I want to dig a little deep. Now I want to be educated about the stuff that happened years ago. About, I've already did some research on slavery before, and I don't know. When I looked at it, I just felt like it needed more. Like, it was missing more information. I don't know. I was on the world history thing, or the history thing, and I don't know. I just felt like I needed to keep digging because but I feel like they took me through everything that the people did in school, but I don't know. Something just felt like it was missing. Like I didn't learn everything or something. I don't know. That's just how I was left feeling once I went through everything. And it really did take me through a whole timeline of slavery, like from beginning to the end. But I feel like I was in history class. I mean, it was a history site, but again, I just didn't feel like it gave me everything that I felt like I was looking for as far as slavery goes. I don't know. And I'm about to bring it on in home. Seriously. And I just want to let y'all know that while I was in bed this morning, I realized that my most favorite day of the week since I've been doing my channel are Sundays. Sundays are my favorite. I was in bed like, I love preparing myself for the Sunday video. I love the Sunday videos. I just love it. But last but not least, definitely not least, should be first, but it's all good. This is how I wanted it. Always first though, in heart and mind and spirit, body. Amen. Bible verse. My Bible verse for the week. Again, it was another day where I'm like, oh my God. One thing I learned was, you're going to receive, you're going to get what you need to get. I realized that he wants me to really, really look and really search in his word to really find something that truly fits for the week, that really gives me that, yeah, this is the one, and so, because there's so much knowledge and there's so many things in the Bible, seriously, and I'm like, oh, this is good, this is a good one, but it's just not the one for this week. So that's the hard part about it. Like, I really be having to be like, this is the one, and so I am giving you a Bible verse today from James 2:26, and of course a lot of people are familiar with this. I am going to first read it from the version that I have, my physical Bible, the New International Version. As the body without the spirit is dead, so faith without deeds is dead. I could have not used this one, but this is the one that I read from. So to me, it's only right. It's only right. This is the one that I read from. So why not? That's how I feel about it. And so when I was reading it and I knew what I was about to read, I was like, oh yeah. So to find this one, I have all of my favorite verses written in my Bible from when I very first started reading the Bible. And so I was like, okay, I've never picked from those verses until today. So I have 2 verses written in nothing but blue ink. The other ones are written in black ink. So I was like, okay, must be the one. And I was going to use that one today. That was my other one. But then I had another one in blue ink. So I was like, let me see. That one was not it. But the other one was still in the race. So then I'm just still looking. Something in me just still looking. And I go back to all the verses that I have. And then I'm just about to do random. And then I see James, the book of James. And mind you, I believe that's the only one in there that I have written where I don't have a certain chapter or a certain verse. Because for example, like for Proverbs, I got Proverbs, some of everything written down. But for James, I just had James. So I went to James. I said to myself, this must be one that I highlighted everything and liked everything in it. If I don't got a specific chapter and verses written down, and I just got the name of the book, I was like, yeah, I must have went and highlighted everything in that book. I went to the book of James and I started to really scan it, because lo and behold, yes, I had highlighted everything in the book of James. It's a short book, but everything in there is full of wisdom. Chapter 2, scanning it, and I looked down, and as soon as I started reading it, I was like, yeah, this is it. And then when I got to the end, so faith without deeds is dead, I was like, every time I hear this verse, I always hear works. So now I'm searching for the version that has works in it, because that's the one I always hear people say, but I'm like, oh, folks been saying it wrong. But I'm like, nah, it gotta be a different version where people are actually using works, because it sounds, it's the same thing. And so I was like, it gotta be. And then something told me to look in the King James Version, which I have in my suggestions for the Bible on my phone, because that's where I go look at all the different versions that, since my physical copy is New International Version, it's only one copy, one version. And so from King James Version, James 2:26, for as the body without spirit is dead, so faith without works is also dead. That is the King James Version. I was like, let me write this version too, because that's, what everybody is used to hearing. And then the last version, my favorite. Now, when I read this one, I laughed. I'm not going to lie. Because I really feel like this version is so straight to the point. And so, you got it, you get it, good. Got it, get it, good. Simple. It's plain and simple. This is what it is. You didn't understand it first, you came to the right place, because now you're going to understand it. So I laughed a little bit. So the Messenger version of James 2:26 is, the very moment you separate body and spirit, you end up with a corpse. Separate faith and works, and you get the same thing, a corpse. That's funny. I'm sorry. That's a little funny, but it's true. It's straight to the point. It's dead. It's dead. So to full circle what I hope my week looks like, to full circle how I plan to prepare this week, it's literally, faith without works is dead. I believe in everything that I'm doing. I believe in my channel. I believe in me healing myself. I believe in my journey. I believe in my first project. I believe in the projects that are to come, the things that I am meant to do that I don't even know is going to happen yet. I thank him in advance. I believe that I'm going to have a new car. I have faith in everything about my life. I trust God, but am I putting in that work? Is there action behind what you believe in? Drake said it best. Say a prayer, then go get what I just prayed for. And I think I've said it before, but although I've mentioned faith without works is dead, this week it's getting real. This week, solitude is important. This week, being alone is important. This week, learning some new things is important. This week, putting work into my project number 1 is important. Important. Very much important. It's important. It gotta happen. Action gotta be put behind it. Action got to be put behind getting into the groove of my morning routine. Yes, I know, I believe that I can do this, but I actually have to put in some action. You got to. You gotta do it. You gotta get up and do it. You can't just believe in yourself. You can't just believe, oh, I'm gonna be this big time this. I'm gonna be this. I'm gonna be that. And then you just sitting around doing nothing. You can believe in yourself all day long, but if you ain't putting in the work, if you ain't putting in the action, if you ain't going out there to get it, it's not going to happen. So I realized for me that I'm creative and I love to learn. And that's going to help me tremendously. That makes me excited. That makes me happy in my day-to-day life. And if I do what I do now, I can do that for life. And I don't got to do nothing extra because the things I got planned, the things I got faith in, the things that I believe in, now I'm not the only one that's just going to be set for life. That ain't got to work no more. So I got to put in action now for what I believe in. For what I'm working on. For what I'm standing on. For what I'm talking about. You feel me? You feel me? Like, you can't just have faith. You gotta do something too. You can't just think God gonna give you something because you prayed and you believe it, it. No, I already told y'all, he wants you to beat you halfway. Because you got choices to make. You got life choices to make. You can have faith and you moving wrong out here. That ain't it either. You gotta have good deeds too. Deeds that matter. A purpose. You gotta have a purpose behind it. Whatever it is, you gotta have purpose behind it. I even believe that even some of the negative things out here, if you got a purpose behind why you doing it, and you pray to God and you tell him, look, I believe he'll protect you until you actually can get to a place where you can do better with yourself. And that's just how I feel. I feel that way a little bit. Sometimes you can't help the circumstances you in, the circumstances you grew up in. You can't help, sometimes you can't help the cards that you're dealt. But you can climb your way out of it. And sometimes God understands that you gotta do what you gotta do. But that's why you take everything to him. And that you got faith that he gonna change your circumstances and your situation around. So you can do what you gotta do until you ain't gotta do it no more. But don't play with God and think you can have the best of both worlds and be dibbling dabbling both. Especially when he used your circumstances to make you better. You can't keep dibbling and dabbling. You got your deeds they gotta stay good. They gotta stay good. They gotta stay righteous. Or you're gonna be back to doing what you used to do. You're gonna be back to square one again. And God is a forgiving God. And he loves you. So every time, he gonna be right there. But he gonna teach you a lesson every time. And I don't know what that lesson may look like for you. But every time, you gonna go through that trial, that tribulation, because you ain't learning. You know? So you can have all the faith in the world. Them actions gotta be done and they gotta be good. Them deeds gotta be good. And you ain't gotta express that to the whole world. Just do what you do. Do what you do. Work hard. Pray and work hard. Have faith. Believe in what you're doing. Believe in what you're doing and put action behind what you're doing. And the whole world ain't got to be in your business and knowing what you're doing. Just keep working diligently. And this was for me this week. It was. It was. Like I told you, listen to the story about how I found this verse. That's how I know it was for me this week. Because I could have settled for any type of verse, but I kept looking. I was like, no, this ain't it. And there's so much to choose from in the Bible. And I got so many. I can show y'all right now. I got so many. Y'all see? Y'all see? Come on now. All my favorite verses. This is the two I was talking about. The ones in the blue. They the only two in the blue. And then James. I got it double line. I got James double line. I got it double line. I got it. Wait, how you say it? Oh, I got it underlined twice. So when I seen it, I'm like, That might be important. I didn't stop. I was like, no, these aren't working for me. So let me keep looking. And then the book of James just jumped out at me. And then I'm reading, I'm really truly scanning, trying to find something. And then I find that. And then I look at my week, and I'm like, you're right. Faith without works is dead. In which, that's something that I already know. I done mentioned it. I done said it. I done read it. But did I understand it? Did I apply it? Apparently not. Because I got faith. I believe. I trust. I know. But I'm still putting other things above what's important. Like I told y'all, my whole life journey is important. Everything that I work on, everything I'm doing now day to day is important to me. But my project number 1 is also important. A lot of stuff I cannot get done right now because I'm not in a good space with my morning routine. So I need to put some action behind those 2 things and make it a priority, make it important, because I can sit and believe in this verse. And when I tell y'all this is my baby and I speak crazy big over it, I have not worked on it in so long, and that's no action. And then I be wanting it done by certain times, and I don't be done because I have not put in action. And I can sit here and be truthful and honest about it. This is my life. This is my journey. This is my story right now in this moment, in this season. This is where I am. Serving others through my YouTube channel. By being real about the life journey that I've been on for a year and a half. And how far I've came and how far I've grown. And so I'm real enough to say, like, my first project, I have not put work into it since I left Mexico. And that's not good. I'm not okay with that. But I've also had a lot going on. Life has been beating my tail. But it's important. It's a priority. And as much as I pray on it, speak over it, faith without works is dead. So take that with y'all this week. You believe, you want to, I can, I will, I know it's gonna happen, but you're still doing the same thing. You're still sitting on the couch. You're still at that same bum old job. You're still hurting and crying when you could be making a choice to heal. You believe that you can change. You believe that you can heal, but you ain't making a choice to be happy. Life is full of choices. Choose to put action behind what you believe in. Choose you. Choose your dreams. Most importantly, choose God, y'all. Choose God. Choose God. I was in the shower this morning, y'all, and I'm telling y'all, so much was coming in my head, and I'm like, yo, chill out. I got gospel music playing, everything. Like, when I'm in the shower, that's when I think the most. And I really try to be present in my shower and not think about anything. But then I'm in the shower thinking about everything. And then when I'm thinking about everything in the shower, I was like, bro, it's too much. And then this one thought came to my head. You asked to be wise. You asked for wisdom. This is your wisdom. The thoughts that you have, the things that you want to say, the things that you want to put out there, that is your wisdom. That's the wisdom that you're able to share with the world for other people to see. You asked for it. Here it is. Appreciate it sometimes. So I had to okay. But yes, y'all. Very long, but I love y'all. Make sure y'all get them goals written down. That weekly intention written down, y'all. And again, it's Sunday. Dig deep into new things. Dig deep into the Bible. Or dig deep into whatever you believe in. Love is the common idea. So as long as you're doing things with love, within what you believe in, as long as you're basing it off of love, that's all I can really say. But God is love. Yes. So y'all, again, it does not have to look like mine. It can look like last week. last week can look like last week, it can look like 3 weeks ago. As long as you don't give up on yourself, and as long as you don't stop going and trying to accomplish your weekly goals, it's important when you're actually trying. That's action. That's believing that you can make a change and knowing you can, and every week you still trying to accomplish the same goal, but guess what, you still accomplishing it. You might not have read the 2 chapters that you wanted to read, but hey, at least you read 1. You might not have did you might not have walked 3 nights, but hey, at least you walked 2. You might not did yoga at all last week, but at least you thought about it. At least you wrote it down. Y'all, that was a bad one for real. I couldn't think of nothing else. So that means it's time for me to get up off here. I love y'all. Y'all be safe. I hope you guys have had a wonderful Sunday. This will not be out too late. I do not think I'm about to edit it and drop it right now. So y'all be blessed. Y'all stay beautiful. It's a beautiful day. I'm going out to take a walk today. I'm very excited. So yes, be you, be yourself, be love. You are love. Shine your light. Be kind. Show compassion. Be gentle. Be patient. Stay humble. Hardest one, by the way, being humble. Struggle. I just told myself I need to start praying for more humbleness as I grow, for humility as I grow. I need it, because sometimes my ego be fighting with me, for real. What else? Did I say patient? Stay patient if I haven't said it. And again, if I already said it, you know what that means. Somebody watching you to be a little bit more patient out there. Your time is coming. You're going to get what you want out here. You're going to accomplish your dreams. I love you guys.